Usapang Pinoy, mas masaya sa Usapang Pinoy. Usapang Pinoy, tumutok na sa Usapang Pinoy. Buksan na ang telepono pagkatapos magbugas ng plato. Tumawa at matuto kahit na puro biro. Dito sa Usapang Pinoy, mas masaya sa Usapang Pinoy. Usapang Pinoy, tumutok na sa Usapang Pinoy. Hello, everyone! Good evening. Sabi nga ni Miss Anareta. Anareta, ang sabi ko kasi Bisaya ako, no? So, sorry na. Yan, again, hola mga Yochan, welcome again. At kung saan man kami pa kayong panig ng mundo, magandang safe na araw sa inyong lahat. At isa na naman kanood na episode talaga, no? Bisaya, no? Episode ngayon dito lang sa, of course, ang pilit nilang tinutularan, ang Usapang Pinoy. Of course, with me. Di ba? With me nga. So, napakabongga ang topic natin today. I mean, napakabongga ang gabing ito kasi hindi dahil we have a very good topic tonight at dahil kundi nandyan, of course, nandyan kayong lahat at nanonood sa akin. Gusto niyo yan eh. Gusto niyo yung pinanonood ako every Wednesday, nakakaloka kayo. At of course, marami tayong pag-uusapan na medyo makaka-relate tayong lahat and I know, bihira tayong maging seryoso sa mga live stream natin. Totoo, hindi? Totoo, di ba? Yes. Ito muna mga third week and fourth week of the month, seryoso tayo. Seryoso muna tayo. Kailangan meron tayong matuto. Matutunan. Meron tayong additional knowledge. Wow! Alam ko, Inglesera ako, di ba, dati. So, yan. So, ngayong gabi, gaano ba ka-importante pag-usapan dito sa Usapang Pinoy ang inyong mga leadership skills? Wow, kayo meron? Nakakaloka, may leadership skills sila. At sino-sino dyan sa inyo ang may feeling leader? Char. Mga feelingira lang palang mga nandiyan. Nakakaloka kayo. Kilala ko kayo, no ba? Kaya dito pag-uusapan natin and then marami kayo talagang matututunan dito. Ichichika yan ng ating very special guest tonight. Alam niyo ba, ang aking special guest, sobrang napakagaling. Hindi ko nga alam kasi nung binasa ko yung bio niya, ang pinapag-uusapan leadership, pero ang bio niya kakaiba. Hindi. Sa bagay, may leadership doon. So kaya naman mga Yoch, you have to stay posted. And of course, sa kung paano ang mga pasabog for today's episode, malay nyo, kapulutan ng aral, di ba? At para magawa nyo yan, do not forget to follow us on our Facebook group. Ayan na tayo. Di ba? Kailangan talaga i-follow natin yan. So, ating mga social media accounts, it's very important, guys. Oo. Kasi paano nyo malalaman na merong mga ganito kung hindi nyo ipa-follow, okay? Of course, nandiyan ang Film South Bay. Ayun naman, wag susyunga-syunga. Ang iba kasi sa inyo eh. Film South Bay, ito page. So what you're going to do is to click follow. Yon, follow. And then ito, ang Film South Bay group, community group. Ibig sabihin, you're going to join, tapos i-add kayo pag hindi na kami busy. Yung mga admins hindi na busy, add na lang kayo. Oo. Siyempre sa mga ganitong community group, there are certain rules. Iano ko lang ha. Kasi yung iba sa inyo, ang daming reklamo, ang daming mga, kung ano-ano mga, meron kaming mga rules dyan. Siyempre, hinihingi ng Facebook din yan. Kasi kung hindi, isa-shutdown itong grupo na to. And you know our intentions, di ba? As admins of Film South Bay Community, our intention is only one, but to help, hindi lang naman mga Pinoy, halos lahat na, ng mga kaibigan natin, mga katabing neighbors. Wow, katabing neighbors. Yes. Pating mga kaaway nyo, nyo na dito para mag-friends tayong lahat. Lahat ng mga Marites, Mariposa, Maribel, gano'n. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Then, of course, huwag nyo kakalimutan akong i-follow. Okay, alam nyo ba? Napaka-busy ko sa social media, di ba? Okay, here's ang pinakauna. Yan, ito ang aking TikTok. Okay. Yan ang aking TikTok. So, follow nyo yan kung may mga TikTok kayo. This one is my Kumu account. You know, ang Kumu, there's a lot of friends there all over the world, mga Filipinos. So, install Kumu and then add me. Tapos, ay, nako, mag-i-enjoy kayo sa kachichika. Minsan nga, doon ka na nakakatulog sa Kumu. Okay. And of course, this is my Instagram account and please follow me on my IG and my Twitter account. O, di ba? At napakahirap spellingin ng pangalan kasi XIAOVIBES lahat naman yan. Lahat siya XIAOVIBES, no? And my YouTube channel, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sa mga hindi pa nakaka-subscribe sa YouTube channel ko, dahil magkakapigsa kayo sa singit. Sige. True. Sure ako dyan. So, subscribe na yan. And, guys, we would like, before we continue, we would like to congratulate, ang spelling pa yun, no? Congratulations, BS. Ano, bakit ganun? Pagagalitan ko talagang aking, pagagalitan ang aking editor. So, last week's winners, si Jan Yang, nanalo si Jan Yang, tsaka si Kinsandra Tuason and Leia Paulino. Congratulations! Yung mga nanalo sa atin ng ating raffle. And that is why you have to stay. Okay, stay na lang. Para malay nyo manalo din kayo. Kasi si Joyce at ang Tindahang Pinoy baka magbigay ng papremyo sa inyo tonight. Pala desisyon ako, di ba? Okay. And guys, ito I am so happy. Oh my God. Because I'm going to have my online of perfume. Ayan po. Ang free berry, pero nasa Pinas pa yan. Wala dito. Because my scientist, wow, ang aking chemist, ibig sabihin, ang naggagawa niyan, dami kong sinasabi, pati ako di ko maintindihan. Ang gumagawa niyan is, ang manufacturer is in the Philippines, so ginagawa pa siya. Yes, and marami siyang scents. Yes, and ang mga scents nito are, syempre, mga kinuha sa mga ibang scents. Pati pawis ko, mayroon dyan. Scent ng pawis ko. Mas magugustuhan nyo yun. Buy one, take one. So, malapit na yan ang Burberry. Ayan, maraming sense. Icarus, ayan. Icarus ba yan? Icarus? Icarius. Bahala na. Alam nyo, nahihiya talaga akong magsalita ng mga ganun-ganun. Kasi, ang napakabongga ng aking guest, baka mamaya i-correct ako na. Oo. Pero okay lang kasi, syempre, we're not perfect. What? Nakakaloka. Pero tingnan nyo naman ako, tingnan mo mukha. Ang ganda nga ng mata, kilay, ganyan, lips, ilong. Parang pag pinagsama-sama, ang gulo. Nakakaloka. So, abangan ninyo itong aking line of perfumes, guys. And don't you worry, lahat ng mga resellers makaka-resell. Yun naman talagang gusto ko, di ba? And yun na nga, pag-uusapan natin ito. This is Climbing the Ladder. Hindi ko alam kung bakit itong naging title. But the question is, who is a leader? Sino ba? Tayo ba? Ako ba? Pwede ba akong maging leader? Ikaw? Pwede ka maging leader? Or sino-sino? And ano bang pwede nating matutunan ngayong gabi? Pwede ba nating ma-implement itong skills sa atin personally or professionally? No? So, mamaya, ang dami nating ichichika ng ating guest. But before that, mag-hi muna tayo sa ating mga viewers. No? Alam ko, excited na kayo makilala ang aking napakagwapong guest. Kasi may nasabi niya, gwapong apo. Sa apo na lang siguro ako. Baka pagalitan ako ng asawa ng aking guest. Okay. So, mag-hi muna tayo sa ating mga nandito. Hello kay Rhea Salazar. Hello, Rhea. And Ana Rita Reyes is here. Wow, ito, kung sino man ang dapat na si Ana Rita talaga kasi feeling ko si Ana Rita, very very proud ako as one of the admins na kasama ko siya. Kasi hindi lang siya writer, di ba? Saka nakita nyo naman kung ano na siya ngayon, commissioner, bagong commissioner sa library. In other words, librarian. Kaloka. Sino na naman si Facebook user? Guys, if you are if you are watching at Philam South Bay, please allow your account by clicking the link above the video. Kasi hindi kayo makikita dito sa comment section. Sayang naman na hindi At least makikita ma-shoutout man lang yung mga pangalan ninyo, di ba? And I'm sorry, di ba? Castile Amara Flores Magallanes, hi. Jamie Jasmine, hi. Hello. Nahiya naman ako. Jamie Jasmine is here. Alex Villegas is here pa shower out. Yes, it's Jen. Wala ko battery. si si Jen yang pala. Bianca, hello Bianca. Thank you so much. Vibe Squad is here. Nanonood. Blue Isle Station. Hala, support the Vario Fiesta Santa Clara University on Friday. Hindi pa nga natatapos. Meron na kagad pa ano? Oo, ayan. Grabe, di ba? Marian Gutierrez. Ayan. Sila dito sila nanonood. Cherry's Kitchen. Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Ayun si Joyce na sabi niya, learn how to be a good leader and how to manage your business and career. Oh, iba talagang Joyce Layos. No? And of course, Leia Paulino. Magandang hapon din sa iyo. Hi. Ayan. Okay. Guys, huwag niyong kakalimutan ding i-share ang live stream na ito. And of course, i-click. Sa baba, merong heart button sa baba. I-click niyo yan para magandang tingnan. Oo, sa stream. Click-click lang yun, parang naglalaro kasi nakaupo lang naman kayo, di ba? So, ganun. At teka lang, before the end of the stream, meron tayong sometimes prizes. Kung wala, nga. Pero, kung meron, ipamimigay natin yan. Okay? Mag-ano lang kayo, stay lang kayo dyan kasi baka mamaya manalo kayo ng isang sako ng bigas. Luto na, kakainin nyo na lang. Ayan. And then, there are a lot of people na pumapasok. Ayan, thank you so much. Labas-pasok kayo, nakakaloka. Huwag kayong labas-pasok, baka mamaya buntis ako. Okay? So, LJ Calleja, hello. You are an epitome of... talaga ba? Nakakaloka namang comment na to. Tingnan nyo. Vibrant coffee is available at tindahang Pinoy. Kakaloka. Pati rin sa akin, okay? Ayan. So, guys, oh my God. Are you ready? Pa-press 1 lang kung ready kayo. Okay, kung press 1, comment, press 1 lahat. Dali. Kasi, marami kayong matutunan today. Yes. Ayan, ready na sila. Di ba alam, dancer din itong ating pasasayawin natin ito mamaya, yung ating guest. Okay. Tapos sabi ni Joyce, nagtatagalog yan. Buti naman. Kasi if he doesn't Tagalog, oh my God, I'm going to die. Or like, because I don't speak English much. I only speak English Monday to Friday from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. only. So, it's already 9:13. My God. Okay. Anyway, my guest for today is, ang bata pa nito. But he has a 30 years of professional healthcare experience. Remember, ang ating pag-uusapan, alam niyo kung leadership, but the experiences, healthcare experience with over 25 years of progressive leadership roles. And of course, he has served as a combat medic. But oh my God, kaya pala nakita ko kanina meron siyang mga sword. Hindi ko alam kung member siya ng Yakuza. Battalion Medical Aid Station. Siya nang mag-explain dito kasi nakalagay NCOIC Med/Surg. Surge, siguro surgery ito or surgeon. I'm just guessing, And ICU nurse. O baka siguro nakita niyo siya sa mga hospital, sa ICU. And he is also an ICU charge nurse, nursing supervisor, director of staff development, infection control nurse, director of nursing, director of case management, chief nursing officer, chief operating officer, and clinical services director. Di ba? Nakakaloka. Ang haba-haba. Saan pa kayo makakakita ng mga ganitong special guests? Parang feeling ko siya na lang magsasalita. And also, he has degrees in nursing, healthcare administration, and organizational leadership. He is also a certified leadership coach focusing on team and individual leadership development. And our guest is our guest self-actualization goal is to help develop others to their full potential, And from the home front, he has been happily married. Oh, wag na kayo happily, uulitin ko uulitin ko, happily married. Okay, happily married. Okay? And for over 30 years, guys. And has 2 daughters and a very handsome grandson! My God! Doon ako sa grandson. Hindi ko lang alam kung nag-18 na. Pag hindi pa nag-18, antayin natin. Okay? So, guys, if you have questions, kasi makakatulong to sa inyo. So, if you have questions, type it in. Babasahin natin, tatanungin natin siya. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome muna natin ang ating special guest. Palakpakan natin ng masigabo. Masigabo. Bigyan ng bahala na. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Collins!
Hi, Sherwin. Hi, everybody.
Hi!
So, yung grandson ko, yung apo ko, he is 18.
Oh, di ba sabi ko sa iyo?
18 months.
Ay, okay. Siguro mga 18 years pa.
18 years pa? Yeah.
18 years pa. Ano na ako noon? Anong itsura ko noon?
Beauty pa rin.
Oo, beauty pa rin. Pero siya nagtutulak ng wheelchair ko na.
At that time, ha? Okay. Well, maraming salamat for inviting me this evening to talk about leadership.
Oh, no. We have to thank you. Usapang Pinoy would like to thank you, of course. And also would like to thank Joyce for having the effort to contact you. Kasi ganito na mangyayari sa Usapang Pinoy. There will be varieties of activities every Wednesday para hindi naman kabagot-bagot ang hindi ka bored. So dapat meron tayong matutunan every week dito sa Usapang Pinoy. And we are lucky to have you, Michael. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. And we will be talking about leadership at kung gaano kahalaga pag-usapan ito dito. And kung may mga katanungan kayo sa baba, just type it in. You have any thoughts in mind, mag-comment kayo. We love comments. Yes. Siyempre, mga marites kayo. So, we love comments. Diba? Ayan.
Feel free to ask questions. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And
open tayo dyan.
That is why my first question is our title. So, what is a leader?
What is a leader? Maraming definitions ang leadership. So, depende sa, if you're looking at a textual definition of leadership, you have a simplified definition ng leadership. Leadership is influencing others. So, that definition is from John Maxwell, na para sa kanya, ang pagiging leader is basically just influencing others. There are other definitions to leadership. It has to do with compelling others to take action, having people to do things that you want them to do. So depende sa organization, meron din mga definition ng leadership that fits the organization. So nabanggit mo kanina may background in the military as a combat medic. Mm-hmm. Sa amin, how do you compel others to go to combat, right, and accomplish the mission? So you provide the knowledge, you provide the environment, you provide the technical abilities of the person, the competencies. So lahat yon, by providing that, you are basically leading your troops or leading others to basically accomplish the mission. At the end of the day, yun talaga ang yun ang essence ng leadership. Ano ba ang gusto nating ma-accomplish? Anong kailangan natin magawa?
There's a question here. I actually have a question before this question. Speaking of which, na ang dami kong nabasa. You are on on the nursing and the healthcare genre. Pero you've been coaching leadership skills. Paano ka napunta doon sa
I think nagsimula yun ng nasa army ako. One of the things about the army, whether you want to or not, merong progression yan. So hindi ka pwedeng stagnant lang in one area na hindi ka na de-develop, hindi ka na pro-promote. So there's really a career progression plan sa military. So because I spent 13 years in the army, parang nasanay ako ng ganon. And then in healthcare, syempre hindi naman pwedeng, unless you have some nurses or healthcare professionals na sa kanila, they're very satisfied na nagpro-provide ng bedside care. I guess sa akin, naging frustration ko yung, bakit ganito ang organization, bakit maraming mga issues, maraming nangyayari. So what can I do to help improve what's going on? And then na-realize ko na, in order for me to improve what's happening, well, let me advance to a management, a leadership role. So then therefore, I can influence kung ano nangyayari. So kung gusto nating mapabuti ang environment natin, then we have to, involve ourselves. We have to engage. Hindi tayo ma-engage sa environment natin tapos i-expect natin na gaganda or bubuti, and then when it doesn't happen, galit tayo. So if
Right.
we want to make improvements, kailangan maging involved tayo, and we need to lead.
Yeah. Siyempre paano natin magagawa 'yun kung hindi tayo involved, 'di ba? Kung hindi
Absolutely.
tayo. Yeah. And there's a lot of people who are saying hello dito. Si Facebook user, I think si Jen ito kasi sabi, same, Joyce Reyes, was he the one interviewed sa FASB Paskuhan? Na-interview ka ba doon? Yung sa Paskuhan? Sa
Probably.
Southeast, sa Tindahang Pinoy.
Yeah, when they interviewed Joyce, I haven't
Oo,
seen,
oo.
hindi ko napapanood yun.
Oh, I think yeah, because we showed it here last week. Pinakita ko yung
Okay.
it's on the last week's episode. So sa
Okay.
mental health. And if you go into the YouTube, makikita mo siya. So there's a
Great.
question si Rhea Salazar, nagsabi ang tanong niya, what makes a great leader? Which is really one of the questions that we would like to know. Ano ba ang ang pinakamagaling na leader? At ano ang ano ang substance, I mean, anong mga ingredients nito sa atin? Sabihin na lang natin.
So, that's a very malalim na tanong yan, What's a great leader? Kasi ang pag-lead lang in itself mahirap na. So then idadagdag pa natin yung descriptor na a great leader. So, sa akin, isa sa mga characteristics ng great leaders yung may follower. And in order to have followers, kailangan matuto muna tayong sumunod bago tayo sundin ng iba. Kasi may different levels ang leadership eh. So, if yung level 1 na leadership, sinusunod ka dahil nasa position ka, walang choice ang tao kung hindi sundin ka dahil either you are the business owner or you are the person of position, you're the position of power, so susundin ka talaga nila, right?
Yeah.
The level 5 leadership na you arrive to self-actualization, and what that means really is that nasa level ka na what you do is you emulate the behaviors na susundin ng iba, and they want to be like you because of the example that you have given to them. So there's and I'm in a sense kind of oversimplifying what a great leader is. There's a lot of great leaders in the world, but it just depends on really what works best for us. But in becoming a great leader, again, humility is a very important aspect of it. Okay? Kailangan tayo maging humble. Kailangan tayo maging loyal. Kailangan tayo maging trustworthy. We need to serve others. Kailangan servant tayo sa iba. Ang leadership, hindi yung turo lang ng turo kung anong gagawin, kung hindi willing ka bang gawin ang dapat gawin. As an example, itong pandemic, right? This really provided an example or an environment na talagang na-exemplify ang leadership ng mga tao because of how they help others. You guys as a community, yung ginawa ninyo out of the pandemic, that demonstrates community leadership because rather than letting the people or letting the community just become depressed or whatever, you guys got together and started developing programs and things of that nature. So that's a demonstration of great leadership, and out of that, there's a lot, marami kayong natulungan.
Correct. But,
So
sorry to cut you. I have heard of a lot of these words, leadership skills. What really are anong leader? Ano ba yung mga skills?
First and foremost, isa sa mga kailangan natin as a leader is communication skills. Okay?
Okay.
Kailangan marunong tayong makipag-usap And communication in itself is a science, and maraming aspects ang communication. How to uh, say things effectively, how to compel people to take action, how to listen.
Mm.
Listening is part of communication. Sometimes naisip natin ang communication salita lang tayo na salita. Hindi natin nare-realize kasing halaga ng ang pagsasalita sa pakikinig. Did I say that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sabi kasi ni Joyce, marunong pa ako mag-Tagalog eh. So I'm really trying hard.
Yeah.
So kailangan may balance 'yun. So communication is one aspect of it. Kailangan may courage tayo na gawin ang nararapat, right?
Mhm.
Kailangan sensitive tayo sa pangangailangan ng iba, hindi lang yung puro kung anong kailangan natin, kung anong para sa atin, kung hindi kailangan mag-serve tayo sa iba. So those are just some of the skills that makes a great leader. So napakarami, depende kung ano. I mean, we have an hour or less segment on this, and I mean, people specialize in this education.
Sabi ni Joyce, makinig
Yeah,
bago magsalita, it's a key. Wow, ang galing mo
exactly.
ang galing mo talaga,
Kailangan
Joyce.
makinig tayo muna bago tayo magsalita,
Yeah, here's
right?
a question from Castile. What is the most difficult part of being a leader? Ay naku, kahit ako makakasagot ako nito eh.
Oh,
Kaya
sige,
ayokong
go
ano.
ahead.
Ah,
Answer it.
um, ang mahirap sa pagiging leader is kung hindi mo makita yung product mo as yung goal mo, ma-reach mo yung goal mo to that your followers will really do the things, especially kung you know, medyo maano ka. Hindi ko nasagot, 'di ba? So ikaw naman.
So the question again is, can you post the question again? What is the most difficult
Difficult
part of
part.
being a leader? Alam mo, maraming difficult parts ang being a leader. Eh. You know, how do you treat people equally? Okay? Na hindi ka bias. Hindi ka
Mhm.
bias sa sarili mo, hindi ka bias sa iba, that you treat everybody with equal respect and dignity. Okay? So that is a difficult one. And probably I would say isa sa mga difficult aspects of leadership is being just. You know,
Mm.
yung justice, to be just to others. You know, oh, here we have Anna who says a great leader is a servant leader. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Joyce also have a question for you. Do business owners need to learn leadership to become successful?
Absolutely. Kahit ang business mo is a one-man business na ikaw lang, alam niyo ba na ang pinakamahirap na i-lead sa lahat ay ang ating sarili?
Mhm.
Okay? Dahil, you know, when we're in a team or when in a group, you have an audience, pwede natin silang bigyan ng directives, bigyan natin silang instructions, or these are the things that we want to do. But sometimes, when we're leading ourselves, nakikinig ba tayo sa sarili natin? Do we have the discipline to do what it takes to do the right things and always put our goals, our business in front of our personal agenda? So, uh, all business owners are also leaders and should develop their leadership skills.
Yeah. And are these skills being may ito ba ay inborn or
Oh, is a leader born or created or
yeah.
developed? You know, the reality of it is I believe that there's a balance between the two. No? When
Mhm.
we're born with certain traits and characteristics in our environment sa pagpapalaki sa atin. Meron tayong mga natututuhan sa ating community, sa ating family, ang values natin, okay, ang culture natin. Lahat yan nakaka-influence sa pagde-develop natin and how we become leaders. So I think there's a balance between uh, um, internal characteristics and then influences from our environment. Na when maganda ang blend, okay, naapektuhan ang pagiging effective leader natin. And at the same token, kung hindi maganda ang blend, then, you know, it leads to poor leadership.
Okay. You mentioned kanina about John Maxwell and you did, I mean, are you still doing it right now? Can you please tell us more about?
So So John Maxwell, if you're familiar with him, he is a world renowned leadership guru. He's published over 80 books, and actually there are countries, governments that actually contract with his organization to provide leadership skills to their government entities.
Mhm.
So I had fortunate experience na maka-attend ng kanyang. I've always been a fan of John Maxwell. You don't have my books here, it's on the other side. Pero marami akong avid reader ako ni John Maxwell. And so when I pursued my leadership certification, I pursued John Maxwell rather than other accrediting bodies because I believe in his principles. And it's Christian based.
Uh-huh.
And as mentioned earlier, it's really being about a servant. You know, one of the things I really enjoy about John Maxwell is pag nagsaserve tayo, ang tinitignan muna natin ang iba. Paano tayo makakatulong sa iba bago natin tignan ang ating sarili. Because that's what leadership is about. It's serving others, influencing others.
Nakakaano naman, like, if it would be actually much better kung if you are training a lot of leaders physically rather than virtual, 'di ba? So
Oh
yung
yeah.
doon kasi you will be doing a lot of activities na alam mo na, iba kasi pag nandiyan meron kang papapagawa na minsan hindi yung isang tao na nag-aaral cannot get out in their comfort zone, tapos doon mo lang maipapalabas. So, ang gandang magkaroon. Did you have any do you have any like events na pwede na lang, you know.
Uh, Currently, wala akong events na nakaschedule, but I'm open to, sometimes organizations will reach out to me and then
Mhm.
they'll invite me and say, hey, can you talk about this? There are actual programs through John Maxwell na, it's already like a standard curriculum that I can host for an organization. So sometimes that's an 8-hour training program,
Ay talaga?
or sometimes, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes it's even longer than that. Pero sometimes I get invited. Halimbawa, they want me to speak about a specific topic lang,
Mhm.
uh, like conflict
Wow.
resolution, right?
Yeah, okay.
There are times also where you have some startup companies
Hmm.
na they're new partners and they're getting together. Kasi yung pagko-coach ko, yung pagme-mentor ko, hindi lang about the leadership aspect of it, but I have knowledge of business entities as well. So how do you form your business? How do you form your organization? Some organizations, if you are licensed by like by the county or by the city, they're going to
City, yeah.
require you to have certain things. So like sa food service, kailangan may policies and procedures ka. So there's a lot of things, mga added value that I'm able to contribute to an organization depende sa pangangailangan nila.
Oh. So, meron din ng question si Leo Justin. How will you maintain yourself in being a good leader? Namimi Kasi
Yeah.
ako, feeling ko ako hindi ko mame-maintain eh.
Alam mo, Leo, that's an excellent question, Leo. Thank you for asking that question. Alam mo, ang kailangan ang mindset natin about leadership is that it is a journey. It's a continuous journey. It's not an event that we attend one day and then all of a sudden we're leaders. Okay? You just
Hmm.
attended an event, you got a certificate, that's all that is. Being a leader, you have to practice that daily. Okay, so it's like a muscle. You work out, you develop the muscle, and that muscle gets stronger. Pero kung hindi mo i-develop, then of course, atrophy, mawawala yung muscle, right? So it has to be something that we practice and exercise sa araw-araw nating pamumuhay.
Ayan, Leo, nasagot at siya na ano ko rin. Tama nga naman, 'di ba? So, hindi lang naman pagkagising mo leader ka na. Tapos yung napanaginipan mo lang tapos pagkagising mo leader ka. Yeah.
Yeah, nanaginip ka, akala mo president ka, pagising mo, hindi ka pala leader.
Oo. Yeah. And you were saying that communication skills is one of the skills sa isang leader. But there's a question, what are you more comfortable of, verbal or written communication?
As a leader, kailangan you're comfortable with both. Okay? Isa sa mga sa atin as Filipinos traditionally,
Mga
Ah,
chismosa, 'di ba? So,
well, sa education natin, minsan mas malakas tayo sa written communication.
okay. Yeah.
Okay? Kasi, once we have it in writing, talagang kung ano nasa pag-iisip natin, na ilalagay natin sa, naisusulat natin or naitatype natin, whatever. Sometimes we struggle because of our accent, because of, different things about ang pananalita natin, that we have difficulties in enunciating words, things like that. And then nagiging barrier yun. And one of the things I experienced in my leadership journey, marami akong mga kakilala na kasama na mga Filipino na magagaling, matatalino,
Uh-huh.
mahuhusay, pero
Oo.
na-overlook sila sa promotion nila because pagdating na sa verbal skills where you have to communicate your thought, you have to articulate, your ideas and things like that, minsan doon tayo natatalo. Okay?
Oo.
So, may opportunity tayo doon to improve not only our written communication but our verbal communication.
Pero alam mo naman sa atin mga Pilipino, mas gusto pa nilang kumukuda sila kasi nga, 'di ba? Lalo na sa Pilipinas, pagkagising mo tsismis ka agad. Guys, so, wala talaga sa topic, 'di ba?
Sometimes nakaka-apekto din yun.
Oo nga. 'Di ba 'pag kasi
Absolutely.
and then, sa pagiging ganyan mo, sometimes naiisip ko rin yung mga tsismosa, they have these skills of becoming a leader.
Because they can
Nakukumpul
communicate, di ba? Maling
Oo,
information lang ang kino-communicate nila.
correct. Sabi si Joyce, meron siyang tanong na hindi ko naintindihan, siguro ikaw makakasagot nito. How do you do conflict resolution?
Wow, Joyce, you're asking me some deep questions. Conflict resolution. Conflict, let me say this, right? Conflict, minsan hindi tayo nagkakasundo sa trabaho, hindi tayo nagkakasundo sa bahay. Next thing you know, hindi na tayo nag-uusap, hindi na tayo nagpapansinan, right? For whatever reason. It may be significant or insignificant, right? But conflict, if it's managed effectively, nakakatulong yan. Okay? Kasi pagka minsan may conflict, okay, you have different thought processes na I have an idea about this. Well, I have an opposing idea. Itong idea ko tungkol dito. Itong gusto kong solution. So, yung resolution, before we get to resolution, we need to get to management first. So, kailangan i-manage muna natin yung conflict natin. So, then that way, kahit may conflict tayo, we can come together, okay, as a team, as an organization, whatever the case may be, where kahit iba-iba ang ating ideas na hindi sila nagja-jive, they're in conflict with one another, we can present it cordially. Na may-maintain natin ang ating composure, na may-maintain natin ang ating professionalism. And then once we agree to disagree, pwede nating i-present yan in an organized format and then we can manage kung ano nangyayari. Kasi, out of conflict, you can come up with some great solutions. Pero nagiging problema, pagka nagkaroon tayo ng conflict, hindi na tayo nag-uusap dahil galit ako sa iyo, ayaw kitang kausapin, ayaw kitang kaharap. So, anong nangyayari? Nagiging barrier sa growth, nagiging barrier sa resolution ng kung ano man yung issue. Because rather than managing the conflict or resolving the conflict, we are letting that conflict consume us and allow a negative environment.
Sir Michael, one of my ito ako kasi if I see a problem, ang ginagawa ko is to not think of the problem but think of the solution. So, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Oo.
Which is great. That's a great attitude. Okay? Kasi rather than we keep dwelling on the problem, pero alam mo, isa sa mga experiences ko as being in leadership roles, when you have somebody in your team na lumapit sa iyo and present nila sa iyo ang problema, majority of the times, 80% of the times, alam na nila ang solution sa problema na yun eh.
Oh,
Lumalapit lang sila para ma-acknowledge, para mabigyan ng opportunity na ma-resolve ang problem. So, depende sa leader, either, ano ba to? Walang ginawa ko, hindi magreklamo, identify ng issue, ganito, ganyan,
di ba?
ganyan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oo.
So, rather than pakinggan natin kung anong sinasabi, right? Because when they come up with, problema ito, or really, so tanungin natin next time na may team member tayo, may kasama tayo sa trabaho na lumapit sa atin at sinabing, ang laki na ang problema natin ito. Right? First off, ako ang sinasabi ko, Michael, pag sinabi nila, Michael, we have a problem. Ang response ko sa kanila, We have an opportunity. Okay, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity, right? And so number one. Number two, lahat ng problema may solution.
Yep.
Okay? Walang problema na walang solution. The key is finding that solution. Okay? So pagka lumapit sila, then give that person, empower that person the opportunity. So ano ba sa tingin mo ang problema natin? Paano natin mariresolve ito? Ano bang kailangan natin gawin? And that is such an empowering opportunity as a leader. Kasi ang mangyari noon, may hila natin pataas yung kasama natin because now, kasama siya sa pagre-resolve ng problem. Hindi lang sa pag-identify ng problem, kung hindi sa pag-provide ng solution sa problema.
Yes. Yan. It is a very good learning na you don't see the problem as a problem. We see the problem as an opportunity para, hindi naman. Kasi if I'm going to be the leader, kasi teacher din ako nag-teach ako sa Pilipinas. And I always think of a problem as, baka nga ganun, I always think of the problem as an opportunity. And besides, I give my students problems kasi nga, physics nga ang teach ko. So
yeah, that is problematic, di ba?
Nakakaloka. Pero when it comes to me leading the group, like I have a dance group too here. I think I'm being very effective being a leader by, if there is a problem, this is just an example. The parents sometimes, kasi mga bata yung dancer. So this is an example, and I hope that we will get learning from this. The parents sometimes causes the problem.
Yeah.
Diba? Instead of them helping, sort out with their kids and na ganun. But I think I had been doing a good job with that kasi maganda naman ang kinalalabasan minsan. But now I've learned a lot from this topic, sa totoo lang. Just like how can we resolve that conflict resolution, ganyan, and then the skills na kailangan pala natin ng ganito. But there's another question. What was a difficult decision you had to make as a leader, and how did you come to the decision?
Wow.
Si Joyce na lang.
Joyce, parang interview questions ito ah. Am I interviewing for a job? In my lifetime, there's been some difficult situations that I've had to make. Alam mo, Sherwin, probably you should keep that question up because it'll help me concentrate on focus on a difficult decision you had to make as a leader and how did you come to that decision. Wow, mabigat yan, ano? I can use an example. Marami akong example na magagamit, pero gagamitin ko tong COVID as an example. When yung facility ko as a healthcare professional, nagkaroon kami ng mga positive cases ng COVID, right? I had a choice to make. At that time, start lang ng COVID and maraming mga taong naapektuhan. And we really didn't know what we were facing, right? So we all had a choice to make. I have a family just like everybody else, and although there's a lot of people who, immediately quit their jobs or resign because of COVID, dahil syempre naman nakakatakot. I made a decision to, fulfill my responsibilities sa facility na yon as the director of nursing and continue on, even though we were very short-staffed. We were challenged with not knowing with what we're dealing with, regardless of the fact that we didn't have the PPE at the time. Hindi namin alam kung ano mangyari, but I just kept coming to work every day, because I made that commitment to do that job, to do that work. And so I have to fulfill that. And the other thing I had to think about is, number one, meron akong mga teammates, meron akong staff members na they trust me, they rely on me, they believe in what we were doing, and at the same token meron kami mga pasyente, so it was the patients and the families and the community. So there's just some responsibilities that we don't walk away, and regardless of how hard it is, we have to do the right thing. Kailangan natin gawin ang tama, kailangan natin gawin ang nararapat, because that's what a leader does.
Yes. Totoo yan lahat. No? Totoo yung mga
Yeah. True
But
story.
just I know. Just, but speaking about that, sabi ni Jess dito, we salute all essential workers who continue to come to work to serve the community. That's leadership on its own. Wow.
Amen. Absolutely true. You know,
Yeah.
kahit na hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari, bangon pa rin tayo, pasok pa rin tayo. That is absolutely leadership
Yeah.
at its core.
And speaking of which, sa ano mo sa experience mo, I thought of a question. How do you describe your leadership style? Sa dami ba, di ba?
Um,
Sa dami ng you become a chief, director pa. So, how's your
Alam mo,
leadership style?
recently my youngest daughter asked me that question. That what's your leadership style? Sabi niya sa akin.
O baka
Sabi
kasi
ko, well,
pinapalo mo eh.
hindi naman. Uh, so it's a combination. It's a combination of servant leadership. I really believe in, before we ask others to do things, we have to
Mhm.
ask ourselves, are we willing to do those same things? Right?
Right,
Bago
yeah.
tayo mag-utos sa iba na gumawa ng kung ano mga action ang kailangan natin gawin nila, tayo ba willing ba natin gawin yun? Right?
Mm, mm.
So we need to make sure that one, we serve others. Ang pagiging leader, kailangan yung pangangailangan muna ng ibang tao ang ilalagay natin nangigibabaw bago ang ating sariling pangangailangan. Okay? And then we have to be transformative leaders. And what I mean by that is merong mga leaders na tinatawag lang na situational leaders, okay? Magiging leaders lang sila sa sitwasyon na 'yon, pagkatapos noon wala na silang skills, hindi naman sa wala ng skills, kung wala na yung leadership attributes nila doon. So kailangan pag nag-lead tayo, we have to transform the organization. Kasi ganito yan eh, if we maintain the same thought process that we had when we created the problem and we
Oh.
don't transform, nandun pa rin yung problema. So we have to be really transformative so then we can kind of move forward. There are times where, depending on the situation, I could be a authoritative leader as well. That's a leadership style na hindi talaga nakaka-accomplish ng marami because it turns people off. So when it comes down to it, I would say that I'm a transformative servant leader.
Ang galing. Transformative servant leader. Ina-assess ko ngayon ang sarili ko. Ano kayang style ng leadership ko? Parang Pilipino, parang Pinay leadership. Oo, yung naku, pag ako nagalit talaga pag hindi nakukuha ang steps for how many weeks? Oo, sa dance troupe, oh my God. Tumataas na yung ano ko, alta pressure.
Yung blood pressure mo, yeah.
Oo. Kaya hindi ko alam ano kayang kind of leadership yun.
Well, I think if you want them to learn, sometimes you can be a kind of a coaching and mentoring type leader para matuto sila. But I think there were times na kung hindi naman sila nakikinig, you have to be authoritative because you have a time frame na kailangan mo ma-accomplish yung na matuto sila, right? So
yeah.
it's a combination.
Oh, and that's the kind of a pair ang tayo ba yung mga, 'di ba, yung mga magulang natin before yung pinapalo tayo, they're ganun. What kind of leadership style kaya yun?
Yun hindi, I don't think that's leadership. That's
okay.
ano lang yun, discipline by palo.
Yeah. So, ay nako, marami ba kayong natututunan diyan sa baba? Again, if you have more questions, just type it in. Sabi ni Ana Rita, I do servant leadership in my work by doing it by example and support my team to reach our common goals. Wow, ang galing talaga.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Amen to that. Thank you.
Yeah, and Monza says, always lead by examples. By examples,
Yes, absolutely.
Siyempre, lalo na ako pagka, siyempre mga bata ang you have children tapos ikaw, if you don't lead by example, wala na. Nawala na tayo. Next question, how to be you po, Sir Mike?
How to be you po, Sir Michael. What does that mean?
How to be you? It becomes a question of everyone. It's like everyone is kidding around. How to be you ba? Kasi nga because of what you do, syempre they nahahangaan ka sila yan. Pagka ganyan nag-a-admire ka, ginaganon na lang namin. How to be you ba?
Well, we can learn from each other, you
Yeah.
know. So if you guys want to start a forum, a communication. Actually, last night I had one of my dati kong kasama na nurse na now he's in a different area. From time to time, nagre-reach out siya sa akin na, hey, I'm going through this. Ano bang dapat kong gawin? Alam mo, isa sa mga sasabi ko na if I had to go back and do it all over again, one of the things that I probably would have pursued is to have a coach.
Mm.
Somebody I can talk to, that I can be neutral, that can provide me feedback, that I can share, hey, nangyari to sa akin today. What are your thoughts about it? And, what can I do? What can I learn about this? Because that's something that, I had to learn on my own through education, through books, and things of that nature. So, marami akong beses na natisod at nadapa at and then from all of those failures, came the learning, and doon ako natuto na to lead others, ganito pala, this is better than this, so itong gawin natin. So by having a coach sometimes who can share with you real life experiences in terms of, when I used to teach, lagi kong ginagamit pag nagtuturo ako is my own personal experiences as a clinician, as a leader, because I really believe that my life experiences were my best teachers,
Yeah.
because I didn't have a
Totoo.
coach to share those things with me. So I share this not only to plug the service that I provide, but I believe as a Filipino community, mas marami tayong opportunity to advance together if we seek each other out and have a leader that you can go to and say, hey, what do you think about this situation?
Right. Sabi ni Mama Lourdes, as of now, I'm a leader of the PWD in our area. Oh, that's good. Oh, ang galing naman.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, we would like to thank you. Ang galing, ang dami na. With that, I'm really, really sorry kasi yung oras natin, kailangan naman 1 week tayo. Sabi mo nga, ilang hours? 8 hours dapat to, di ba?
Well, you have to realize may mga tao na have a PhD in leadership, okay? So it's
Oo.
not just I appreciate the invitation and the conversation, but we're scratching the surface on leadership. There's so
Yes.
much more.
I know there's a lot to talk to, there's a lot to learn from Mr. Michael, and we would like Usapang Pinoy would like to really thank you on saying yes, and to thank you is of course Joyce Layos. Yes.
Hi, Joyce.
Well, hello. Actually, Michael have not, yung binigay niyang bio, that's probably just a summary. Marami pa siyang So, ang dami actually
alam mo,
nanonood kanina.
last time kasi sabi ko bigyan mo ko ng bio, ang binigay niya sa akin resume.
Oh,
I tried to bring in yung speakers that can actually na maka-inspire sa mga fellow Filipinos natin. And so when Tito Sherwin asked me yung about leadership, you're the first person that I've thought about na will be a good example para sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino. Kasi sometimes we don't think like, Filipinos medyo, I mean, we already have a lot of Filipino leaders, but not a lot. And I don't know why. But we are capable. We are very, very capable of being a leader. And I just want to share, I think my leadership came from Michael. He's the Yes, he's the one that have taught
you.
me yung mga skills and stuff like that. So minsan pag nagsasalita ako, I feel like I'm like the Michael that's talking to the person I'm speaking to. He was talking about
Tumatahimik na kami, Michael.
yung sinasabi niya kanina about yung problems. And then the problems are, hindi naman talaga problems kasi there's always a resolution sa problema. So every time a staff approaches me with a problem, ang sagot ko, paano mo siya masasagot? Binabalik ko kaagad yung question na yun. And then I always remember that's how Michael have have taught us on how to do, like, sa mga problematic na mga pasyente, sa mga naging parang basic uh, practice, and it helped a lot to become a good leader talaga.
Yes. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Joyce.
But,
You're so kind.
yeah, but Michael, we have there's a question before we end up our conversation. Can you recommend books, on leadership?
Oh, okay. 3 books that you can recommend with regards to on leadership. Medyo outdated na, but yung Good to Great, okay, is a book by Carter. That's a good book. Number one, 21 21 Laws of Leadership. That's a John Maxwell book, and
Okay.
that is I would say if you really want to study leadership, then I would say 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell.
Ayun. Nahulog siya.
Ano
Okay.
nangyari?
Parang nawala siya. Babalik na lang yung kung I don't know, siguro nawala ng battery. But anyway, the question was answered. So i-comment ninyo pag na-post na ito sa YouTube, i-comment ninyo ang mga books. What are the 3 books na recommended ni Sir Michael? Okay, doon sa ating, hindi dito sa chat ha, hindi dito sa chat ng doon mismo sa comment section for a chance to win some merch and GCash, lalo ng mga taga Pilipinas. Ipapaulit ko lang kay Sir Michael ito.
Let me get the book so I can show you. Hold on.
Ayan, oo. So Joyce, do we have meron ba tayong mga, or yung May lang, yung concert lang, no?
Yeah, sa May yung concert ni Nina and Luke Mijares will be on May. That's sponsored by multiple most especially Tindahang Pinoy. So far yun pa lang, and meron nga kaming pine-prepare, but it's a long process. So we'll announce that one soon. Para sa mga kababayan natin. But every week again, we'll try to do some of the yung mga ganitong talks para people will learn. So let us know kung ano po yung mga topics na gusto niyo pag-usapan.
Yeah, comment po kayo sa baba kung ano pang mga topics na gusto niyo pag-usapan dito sa Usapang Pinoy. We have planned to have different activities. And thank you, Ana Rita, for thinking of this, na ganito ang mangyayari. Meron tayong iba't ibang pasabog dito sa Usapang Pinoy. Nakakaloka, di ba?
Correct.
Yes. And just parang wala yata ako doon sa sa concert. Parang wala, hindi ako mag-chat.
Okay.
Oo. Pakisabi sa kanila ulitin mo. Pakisabi sa racket na yun eh.
Oo.
Anyway, health, sabi nila health po. Si Ana Rita, Barrio Fiesta. Oh my God.
Ay, tama. May Barrio Fiesta sa may Santa Clara. April 1st. Some Phil-Am South Bay sellers will be there, so please join and support local business owners.
Yes. Sinong tumatawag? Facebook user? Sino kaya yun? Sabi niya tumatawag siya sa mamaya. Bakit ka tumatawag? Mayroon kong nakakaloka. Mamaya, tumawag ka after this, okay? We have more guests available. Ayan na, si Sir Michael ang kanyang books. And again, itong mga libro na to, commented on the comment section sa YouTube in order for you to win some either GCash on the raffle at the end of the month. Kasi tinitingnan ko lahat ng mga videos kung sinasagot ninyo talaga. Kung wala, hindi kayo kasali.
So here's some books, okay? So the question was 3 leadership books. So sometimes masyado tayong busy. We don't have a lot of time to read. So instead of just getting the books, I download the audiobooks. So habang nagdadrive ka, pwede mo pakinggan. So that's one way of, continuing to learn. This is a very simple book. It's John Maxwell's Leadership 101. Okay. It's an easy read. Usually when I do classes, I provide this. Maybe Joyce, I'll give you guys to give away for a listener here. So I'll give this one. Okay, Leadership 101. So it has a very good basic principles on leadership. Ito naman yung isa, How Successful People Think. Okay? Again, this is by John Maxwell. Kasi ang pagli-lead, okay, and ang business mind natin, we have to think successful. right? We have to
Right.
think success. But yung success, there's so many definitions of what success is. Definition of success varies from individual to individual. So if you want to be successful in what you do, you have to have that mindset. And I know we're going overtime here, Sherwin, but I just want to say this, na, di ba yung sinabi ko kanina, we have an opportunity, not a problem. Nasa ano natin yun nasa mindset natin yun, nasa pag-iisip natin. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Okay? So, kung anong ang mindset natin, that influences the way that we approach things. So, with that one, and then of course, developing the leader within you, that's also a John Maxwell book. Dapat babayaran ako ni John Maxwell nito dahil ang plugging ko is free. You know? I mentioned this, the first one I mentioned was Good to Great. Okay? Good to Great by Jim Collins.
Good to
Kind of
Great.
outdated na tong book na to because the companies that they talk about in this book, some of them are not in existence anymore. But when this book was written, yung analogy niya about these companies in terms of what made them great is really essential. So I would still recommend this as leader. Ngayon, if you're leading from the middle, and what I mean by that is hindi ikaw ang top person, hindi ikaw ang bottom person, mid ano ka, John Maxwell's 360-degree leader is as an essential. Because how do you lead the people above you? Kung sila ay mas mataas sa'yo, paano mo sila i-lead? There's still a way you can do that. But it has to do with your communication. It has to do with your approach. It has to do with your way of being. And then, all the way around you. So that's a lot of materials there.
Yes.
But I will make
And
sure I get
I
this
still have that
to you.
book. The
Yes, I
360
gave
that
this
you
to
gave
Joyce
me, I
a long
still
time
have
ago.
that, and I always,
Yan.
and
So,
I've read it and some of it nagamit ko siya sa ano.
So, kaya guys, i-comment nyo ang mga books na yan dun sa comment section kasi kung makita ko yung mga books na yan sa comment section, you will be part of the raffle draw. Sa YouTube hindi sa Facebook, sa YouTube. So, i-comment nyo yan. Pag wala kayong comment doon, hindi kayo part ng raffle. Ganun lang naman. Nasa description naman kasi ang instruction. Itong mga iba naman kasi hindi nakaka-follow ng instruction kasi kaya ang hirap mag-lead. Nakakaloka. Now, we would like to thank you again, Sir Michael, sa pagsabi ng oo dito sa ating episode this Wednesday. And pero meron akong game sa iyo. Syempre, hindi mawawala ito sa iyo. Syempre, ang ginagawa mo na lang puro kaseryosohan pag mag-coach, ganyan, sa ano. Ito, meron tayong fast talk. Oo. Isang sagot
Fast
lang
talk?
Fast talk tayo ha. Okay, sige. Chocolates or strawberry?
Strawberries.
Ang tagal ha? Ang tagal naman. Ang tagal naman.
Okay.
Okay, sige. Basa or dry?
Basa.
Ay! Okay. Matigas, malambot?
Oh my God. Matigas.
Ay, pare tayo. Oh my God. Face mask or face shield?
Face mask.
Adobo or lumpia?
Adobo.
Ay, lumpia sa akin. May mga ganun. Yes. To lead or to follow?
Both.
Aha! Ang galing naman. Thank you so much, Sir Michael. Maraming
Thank you.
Joyce, maraming salamat sa din sa kanya na tawag dito na makapunta dito sa ating episode tonight. Nagpapasalamat
Tito Sherwin. Yeah, Tito Sherwin, can we just allow Sir Mike to let them know how can they reach you if they want to
yeah.
like have the kung gusto nilang mag-coach ka or if they want to invite you to their work to speak.
Yeah, if you have an organization, you need somebody to speak about leadership, I am available. For now, I do have I'm on Facebook, so I don't know if I can just have my profile there. I'm working on a few things, professionally to develop my website and then my professional Facebook. So maybe on your link here, I can provide my email address.
Yeah.
Or can I just on the chat right now? Or can I just type in
on the chat right now? You can comment it, and I'm just gonna add this on the link on sa YouTube at saka itatype ko rin dito sa comment.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my email
What's your
address.
Facebook? So your Facebook is Michael Collins too?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, sa private chat, I posted my email address, which is Michael at leadersbyclc.com. And then
Yan.
maybe you can contact Joyce too.
Yes.
Oo, yes.
Siguro what we can do is let me know, send me a message if you guys want to do like a group leadership program for our Film South Bay members. Let's see how we can do, and we can probably create a group and then mag-set tayo ng class. I mean, it's for our improvement of ourselves. So we'll see how we can do it, and we can coordinate with Sir Michael.
Ayan.
Thank
Again,
you.
one more time, we would like to really, from the bottom of my heart, nagpapasalamat ang Usapang Pinoy sa iyo, Sir Michael. And pati ako, I learned a lot. And I know ang ating mga viewers today na marami silang natutunan din. Kasi, syempre, sino ba ang ayaw maging maka-achieve ng isang bagay, no, being a leader. In my case, as a dance teacher, tapos dito sa care home, ganyan. Diba? So madami akong natutunan. Ayan. And of course, as an admin sa Film South Bay, at least
Yes.
makakatulong din sa atin yan, no, to develop that skills and all those all those leadership skills para maging smooth ang ating group, no, as we all together succeed. Ayan.
Correct.
Ayan, thank you so much. And I hope hindi lang ito ang last nating pagkikita dito sa Usapang Pinoy, ano, Sir Michael, no?
Absolutely, anytime.
Hanggang sa mag-18 ang apo mo.
Oh my God, anong apo niya, very pogi talaga, very pogi.
Oh my God. O pag sinabi ni Joyce, yun, okay na yun. Ayan, at of course, wala na naman tayong oras, pero may next week pa naman at antabayanan natin ang kaabang-abang na episode next week. Siyempre, may siguro meron tayong mga special guests because first week of April is Entertainment Week! Oh my God! Abangan niyo si Morissette!
Ay, lalabas si Morissette?
Oo, lalabas si Morissette. Akala niyo ba? Okay, abangan niyo yan next week. Kaya Sir Michael, mag-ano ka ha? Panoorin mo rin ito dito sa...
Absolutely.
Oo. Kaya bago tayo mag-end, we would like to thank, of course, may bagong product pala, ang youngmarketplace.com. Of course, ang youngmarketplace.com, merong beauty oil, meron pa yan. And of course, ang kanilang, binigyan ako ni Jen yung kaninang Miss Universe na yan, headband. And Film South Bay, thank you so much! Jen Young of O Skincare, ang ating official product distributor dito sa Bay Area. Beauty Sculpt, thank you! Oh my God!
Thank you, Beauty
Salamat
Sculpt.
sa aking pagiging magiging sexy na ako, Sir Michael. Char. If you would like to
Sexy ka na?
Hindi pa eh.
Okay.
Pero Sir Michael, pagka gusto mo, kontakin mong Beauty Sculpt. Kayong iregalo mo sa asawa mo. Yes.
Pwede pa ba to?
Hindi na sculpt, hindi sculpt yan. Malinis na siya eh.
Okay.
Tindahang Pinoy, thank you so much. And of course, 365 days. And ayan, yung 365 days na yan, one day pa lang nabasa ko. Okay, Ana Rita Reyes, thank you again. Ducks and Images. Gusto ko talaga ang Ducks and Images. Yeah. Carmi Salon, of course, na nagpapaganda ng ating mga buhok. Ay, Sir Michael, baka gusto niyo rin sa Carmi Salon. And Miles Bistro, maraming salamat. At Vibrant Distributor po ako. If you'd like coffee, Sir Michael, gusto niyo din ng kape, ha?
I drink coffee.
Ayan, oo. Yung Vibrant Cereal Mix para sa apo mo. Ayan, oo. Contact mo ako, ha? Yan, yung mga loaded siya with fiber and protein. It improves brain function, ganon. Improves skin texture, helps body burn fats, and lose weight. Yan. So, di ba? Oh. Nagninegosyo lang po. Charot.
Available na rin sa Tindahang Pinoy.
At available din yan sa Tindahang Pinoy. Wala na po ako, pumunta na po kayo sa Tindahang Pinoy. Yan, mga benefits niya. Maraming salamat! And nagpapasalamat again ako kay Sir Michael sa lahat ng mga natutunan natin today. Again, Joyce, thank you so much. At hanggang sa muli, wala na tayong oras, kaya magbabay na tayo sa kanila. But of course, wag niyong kakalimutan guys, pag na-post ang video na to sa YouTube channel, comment all the books na sinabi. All ha, sabi ko all. Kasi naku, Diyos ko talaga. All the books na sinabi ni Sir Michael doon, and then you will be part of the raffle draw at the end of the month. Doon sa YouTube, hindi dito. Sa YouTube lang. Okay? Walang lalabas na iba sa YouTube kasi mostly ng mga subscribers nasa YouTube, of course. Nakakaloka. So do not forget to follow our the Film South Bay on my IG, TikTok, Kumu, and everything. At wag din kakalimutan, the Miss O Show on every Friday. Okay, every Friday at 8 p.m. Of course, O Glow by Jen Yang. Depende sa kanyang mood. Okay. And thanks again, guys. My name is Xiao, and at nag-iiwan ako ng kasabihan, what makes us beautiful? Maliban lang sa O Skincare ang ating, kung ano meron tayo sa puso natin. And I thank you. Kaya hanggang sa muli. Bye-bye, everyone!
Bye!